Hey, I'm Infekt and today I'm going to be sharing my top 5 tour tips with you. So let's start with making friends and learning to talk to people. I think the most important thing to have a good time on tour is to make friends on the way. If you just stick to yourself for the entire tour, you'll get tired and lonely. Pushing myself to talk to people even though I'm introverted and used to be very shy to talk to anyone has been super helpful for me because it allows me to make new friends anywhere I go. There are a lot of interesting minds and ideas out there, you just have to learn to get curious and find the right questions to ask. This is something that comes naturally the more you do it. Plus, as a bonus, it helps you to build a healthy network of people in the scene, so whenever you get back to the city, you'll have somebody to have dinner with. In my mind, there are 4 pillars of health that I try to keep up for good health. There's 1, getting enough sleep, 2, eating healthy, 3, exercising, and 4, meditating. This is like the foundation that everything is built on, and when one of them isn't quite right, I can feel it having an effect on me in one way or another. Like I will feel sluggish, won't have energy, or my thought patterns become really negative. On tour, you won't have full control over your sleep schedule because sometimes you have to choose flights that leave early after a show, so this pillar is the hardest to maintain. You'll have to learn to sleep whenever you can, even if it has to be in an uncomfortable airplane seat sometimes. However, if you keep the other pillars up, you will definitely have a much easier time dealing with the lack of sleep. One thing that helps me fall asleep in the plane, for example, is to listen to audiobooks. Maybe don't make the same mistake I did to listen to Harry Potter on the plane and pick something relaxing instead. There were so many times where I fell asleep right before a part with a bunch of spiders and creatures, so I definitely had some disturbing dreams on my travels. My next tricks are about eating, and for eating there are definitely some tricks I like to use to do as well as possible. Especially when on a bus tour, you can always get healthy groceries to plan for your trip. Preferably stuff that doesn't go bad too quickly, of course. One of my favorite healthy foods to bring with me on a bus tour is fermented sauerkraut, because it goes with almost anything and it adds probiotics to your meals to help you digest. You can also keep it at room temperature for a long time, since it's fermented. For flying, one thing that a lot of people don't know is that while you can't fly with drinks, you can fly with food, so you can always prepare some food to bring. Me and my wife always bring a bunch of sandwiches with us when we fly anywhere together. Other than that, vegan restaurants are pretty common now and there will usually be some with healthy options. If you aren't vegan, at least try to get as many fruits and veggies as possible. It's not a secret that their nutrients are going to nourish you and give you natural energy. The next one is exercising and meditating. Exercising and meditating are pretty easy to do on a tour because you can always go for a run or go to the hotel gym and take some time to be present with your breath for a little meditation in your room. When I feel homesick, staying in the present helps me make the most of my time and grounds me. It can be as simple as focusing on my breath and taking in everything that's around me in that moment, like things, people, smells, and sounds. And my last tip is about drinking and drugs. If you drink alcohol, avoid drinking before your set and use other techniques to overcome your anxiety instead. My personal favorite thing to do is to tell myself that I'm excited rather than stressed or nervous, which has pretty much the same symptoms, but just framing it differently can make all the difference, really. On tour, it's also easy to lose your sense of what's normal when it comes to drinking because every night can feel like a party with your friends, so it's important to use moderation. After all, DJing is your job and you don't want alcohol to affect your performance in the long run. So thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips are helpful for you. And like, comment, subscribe.